Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Captain America from Infinity War. Now we're going to move up to the top of our page and start with the lower edge of the eyebrow. So we're going to start on the left side. We're going to draw a curve going across and then down. We're going to leave a small gap in the center and do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the inside of the eyebrow, curve up, and then out. Let's curl up the frown line on the inside. Starting on the left, we're going to curve up and in, go to the right and do the same thing. Now we're going to go in and just thicken up the eyebrow. Starting on the left side, we're going to draw an angled line going up and in, and we're going to curve down towards the corner of the frown line. So we're just tapering the eyebrow down. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to tuck the eyes in underneath the eyebrow, so it's almost like a half circle. On the outside, we're going to step in, curve down towards the bottom of the eye, and we'll pull that in towards the corner of the frown line. Let's do the same thing on the right. On the left side of each eye, we're going to draw a small circle for a highlight. And then in the center of the eye, we're going to draw a small circle for the pupil. And now we're going to tuck this in behind the highlight. So start at the bottom of the highlight, curve around, and back out. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to fill the pupils in black. Let's add a wrinkle on the inside edge of the eye. So we're going to step in, create a little bit of a gap. Do the same thing on the right side. In between the eyes, we're going to locate the nose. Let's start with the center of the nose. Starting from the left, we're going to curve down, and then back up. Let's draw on the nostril. From the left side, we're going to step down, curl around the nose, and then back in. Now, in between the frown line, I just want to accentuate this. So we're going to draw a little curve, leaving a gap on either side, curving up, and then down. Now let's move down below the nose and draw in the mouth. So from left to right, we're going to draw a curve going up, and then down, and then below the mouth, we'll locate the lower lip, curving in the opposite direction, coming down, and then back up. Now that we've drawn the face, let's work our way around the side of the head. So to the left of the eye, start out here, we're going to curve down the jaw, and curve in towards the chin, just below the mouth. Now we're going to work our way back up towards the right side, curving up, in line with the eye on the right. Let's add the mustache and beard. So on the left nostril, we're going to curve out and then down beside the mouth. Do the same thing on the right, curving out and then down. Now we're going to curve in the opposite direction all the way towards the top of the cheek. Now we're just going to add the lower part of the beard. From the left corner of the mouth, we're going to curve down and then up underneath the lip. We're going to leave a little overlap on the end. Do the same thing on the right side. Now let's draw on the upper hairline. Starting from the left side, we're going to go up. Now we're going to pull that in. Do the same thing on the right. Start by going up and then curving that into the same height. From here, we're going to curve in and then down towards the center. Now we're going to add the ears on the side of the head. So in line with the eyebrow, we're going to step out to the side of the head, curve up and out, round out the edge of the ear, and pull that back in. Do the same thing on the right. In line with the eyebrow, curving out, rounding out the ear, and then pulling that in. I'm going to draw a curve on the inside. From the top, we'll step down, curve in, and then down. Now let's draw on the top of the hair. On top of the left ear, I'm going to start with a short angled line going up and out. I'm going to curve in and then up. Coming in and pulling that up. I want to go to the top of the head and then pull this down, aiming towards the center widow's peak. So go up to the top. Now right up here, I'm going to curl around and then pull that down. And do an overlap. From the top, curve over and then down again. Now I'm going to take this side of the hair and flip it over on the right side. So step up again, curving up. Come down the side of the head. Now right here, we're going to flick out the edge of the hair, going out. Then we're going to draw a short angled line coming down and in behind the ear. Let's add some texture to the hair, starting with the center widow's peak, go up and out towards the left. We're going to step over, draw another curve going out towards the left. Now on the right, we're going to go in the opposite direction, stepping over, curve up and out towards the right, step over again, draw another curve. From the top corners of the hair, we're going to curl down, going out and then down. I'm going to add some more texture along the side. Stepping down, we're just going to come down and then out on both sides. We're going to add a little bit more hair in behind the ears. So from the ear, we're going to step out, come down and then out. And we're going to taper that back in behind the head. We'll do the same thing on the right. Underneath the earlobe, curve down and out, and then taper back in behind the head. Now that we got the head, let's work our way down the body. On either side of the chin, we're going to curve out the side of the body down towards the hip. So let's start on the left side. We're going to go out and come straight down towards the hip. We'll go in the opposite direction on the right side. Now let's connect the bottoms with a curve for the lower part of the belt. Now we're going to step up and just draw that same curve for the top of the belt. And we're going to leave a gap in the center for the buckle. On the left side, we're going to draw a straight line coming down. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's add some detail to the body. We're going to start with the collar first. From the side of the body, I'm going to step in, draw a curve coming down in the middle, and then back up on the right side. We're going to leave a gap in the center and draw two lines on either side of the collar. In the center of the body, we're going to add the star. So from the collar, we're going to step down, start with a point. Now we're going to angle down and out to the left, and then the right. Now we're going to go straight across with a short line. Now let's pull this down and then in. Now we're going to come out and then down. Now we're going to pull this up towards the center. Starting on the left, we're going to go up and towards the middle, and then back down on the right side. From the bottom corners of the star, I'm going to draw a straight angle line down towards the corner of the belt. And then from the top corners of the star, we're going to go up and out towards the side of the body. Now we're going to add a little trim around the star. Starting from the left side here, we're going to go straight across and in. Now I'm going to pull this line up towards the bottom edge of the collar, going up in an angle. Do the same thing on the right. Starting from the collar, we're going to come down at an angle. We'll go straight across towards the right side. From that corner of the star, we're going to step down and follow that same angle, coming down and in to right about here. And then we're going to follow that same angle of the star, coming down towards the bottom line. Do the same thing on the right. Just below the star in the center, we're going to draw a short line going across, and we're going to angle up and out. From these two bottom corners, we'll draw a straight line coming down towards the top of the belt. And then from these two bottom points, we're going to draw another straight line coming down towards the top of the belt. Now let's move to the side and draw the shoulder strap. From the side of the body, we're going to step out, curve out. Now we're going to pull this in about halfway down the side of the body. Do the same thing on the right. I'm going to add two buckles along the top, so two angled lines coming in. Do the same thing on the right. Let's continue working down with the legs. So just below the belt buckle, right in the middle here, we're going to draw a curve from left to right going up and then down for the lower torso. On the left side, I'm going to step in, curve out, and then down towards the left heel. We'll do the same thing on the right. Let's round out the bottom of the feet. From heel to toe, we're going to curve down, and then back up. Now let's round out the top of the foot. From the toe, we're going to curve up. I'm going to pull this down, aiming towards the heel, but we're going to stop right about there. We'll do the same thing on the right, going up, aiming towards the heel. And then from the hips, we're going to curve out the side of the leg on top of the foot. So let's start on the left side. We're going to go out and then pull that down. Now we're going to add a thick sole along the bottom of the foot. So we're going to take this curve, we're going to step up and just duplicate that right up above. Now just above the top of the foot, we're going to add the curve for the top of the boot. From the left side, we'll curve down, and then back up towards the inside of the leg. Do the same thing on the right. Now just above the cuff of the boot, we're going to add the knee pad. From this point, we're going to step up, curve in, and then down. Do the same thing on the right. Curving in, and then down. We're going to add a strap on the inside. So taking this curve, just on the outside of the knee pad, go all the way in. Now let's move back up and draw on the arms. I'm going to start at the bottom corner of the shoulder strap. I'm going to curve out, and then down towards the wrist. Do the same thing on the right side. Now on the left side here, we're going to start with the thumb, with a small half circle. At the end of the half circle, we're going to draw a bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we're going to go around the bracket and then pull this up. Step down, we'll draw on the second finger, going out and then up. And then the third finger is going to go all the way around the side of the arm, up towards the top of the strap. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the wrist, we'll draw the half circle for the thumb. Then we'll draw a bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we're going to come down around the bracket and then go up. Step down, go across, then up for the second finger. And then the third finger again is going to go all the way up towards the top of the strap. Now let's add in the gloves. From the inside of the wrist, I'm going to go up and curve over towards the left. We're going to duplicate that just up above, so stepping up, draw that same curve. Let's do the same thing on the right, starting from the wrist. Now we're going to draw on the edge of the rolled up sleeve. So taking that curve, we're going to duplicate that right up here, curving across and in. We step up and just duplicate that, going in. Let's do the same thing on the right, starting from the bottom of the shoulder strap. We'll step down and curve across. Now let's add in that shoulder patch. From the corner of the rolled up sleeve, we're going to go across with a short line. Now we're going to curve in behind the shoulder strap. Let's do the same thing on the right, going across. Now we're going to curve in behind the shoulder strap. From that same point, I'm going to follow that curve of the sleeve in behind the shoulder strap on both sides. Now the last thing I'm going to do is add 2 pouches on the hips. So from the top corner of the belt, we're going to step up, draw a straight line going out. At the bottom, we're going to step down and go out. And we'll connect those 2 points with a straight line. Let's do the same thing on the right. 2 lines coming out, and then we'll connect it with a vertical line. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Captain America from Infinity War. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.